Greetings, Executive Board, Elections Committee, and my fellow Kasamas. My name is Andrew Cobar, and I'm honored to be standing here given the opportunity to run for your Cultural Relations Director for the 2026-2027 school year. Allow me to start by highlighting how culture cannot be measured through individual experiences, knowledge, or practices. It is incredibly vast, spanning centuries of traditions, history, and experiences, shaped by success, hardship, resilience, colonization, censorship, and community. Culture is not one-dimensional, and it is unique to each and every one of us. There is no single way to define what it means to be Filipino. As a second-generation Filipino-American, I wasn't deeply immersed in my culture, and I never explored what my culture means to me. Kasama was the first place where I could truly do that. When attending my first general meeting, I didn't really know what to expect, but I was welcomed into this space with open arms, surrounded by people who, like me, were navigating their own journeys of identity and cultural discovery. Later in the fall, I was able to explore my culture further through performing with dance troupe, attending teachings, and participating in workshops. Then, when PCN season came, I found an even deeper connection to the stories, the history, and the meaning behind our performances. I began to understand the importance of not only appreciating Filipino culture, but also preserving it and sharing it with others. It showed me that culture isn't just something we learn, but rather something we carry, express, and pass on. This year's theme, Pamana, really brought that idea to life, reminding me that every dance, every performance, every story is part of something that's bigger than ourselves. It is part of a legacy that has been passed down through generations, and now it is up to us to keep telling stories, representing our culture with care and intention, and creating spaces where others can find their own place within it. And that is exactly what I hope to do if elected as your Cultural Relations Director. As CRD, I will create spaces where each person can discover what Filipino culture means to them in their own way. I plan to host workshops and teach-ins that not only educate, but allow members to actively experience our culture. In collaboration with PCN Director, Cultural Committee, and Kappa CDs, I will ensure that the stories we tell and the traditions we showcase are handled with intention and respect. By working with YPSB and the Cultural Center, I will create more opportunities to share our culture inside and outside of Kasama. In addition, I hope to expand cultural expression through performance by continuing to grow spaces like dance troupe and musica, but also to reconnect with traditional forms of expression. One of my key goals as CRD is to reestablish a student-led Rondalia presence within Kasama, allowing for Kasamas to learn, participate, and engage with this traditional art, thus bridging the gaps between modern and traditional Filipino history and culture. But most importantly, I want to ensure that every Kasama feels seen and supported in their cultural journey. Culture is better to experience with a community, and you have all given me that community. And with your trust, I hope to continue building that space for others, so that we can carry our culture forward in the ways that are meaningful to each of us. Thank you.